What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube and Rumble subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at again with another New York Giants update video. We got a couple things to talk about today, including one new signing on the offensive line. The Giants continue to work on improving their depth at the O-line after they cut their entire backup line just a couple days ago. Along with O-line news, there was a little bit of an O-line shuffle today at practice, both to get a couple of our new guys involved and to give a little bit of a rest day to some of our standard guys here. And then, of course, Saquon Barkley news as well. He's continuing to be ramped up and is trending to look like he's going to be there ready for week 1. And let's go over it together in that order. So first off, starting with Matt Skura, the Giants are signing this offensive lineman, inside offensive lineman Matt Skura, off of the waiver wire. It seems somebody that is a legit starter in the NFL. He has 51 starts to his name. And now we have him on our practice squad, which is crazy to think about. He started at center for Ravens in 2020, and he was with the Ravens, I think, from 2017, or was it 2018 to 2020, or 2017 to 2020? Either way, he was with the Ravens last year at their center position. He only gave up 1 sack. He was one of the better centers in the league, which once again is one of the reasons I'm surprised that he was even available on the market like this. A nice veteran from the league. He's never been anything but a starter in the league, and he's always been a really good center and guard. In fact, when he was released back on August 30th, even Ian Rappaport was surprised that they let him go. He, at this point, is a proven guy in his career. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I will be completely honest with you guys. I don't want Nick Gates to move from center to guard, but we now have a guy that if they do it, I would be comfortable with him sliding in at center. That's how much confidence I have in Matt Skura. And then this is the second guy we've signed alongside Ben Bredesen from a couple days ago that is really good in pass blocking. Now, I'm going to say I made a mistake in my video where we signed Ben Bredesen a couple days ago. I made a mistake by saying that he's somebody that was good in run blocking, can't pass block. That was me misinterpreting what the pop-up that I read to you guys said, but that's why I popped the quotes up so you guys could still read it even if I misinterpret it. That's on me. That's a mistake by me. I'll eat crow on that. Basically, what the pop-up said was that he's best fit in a power run system, but he's still, like, his strength is in pass blocking. Same thing with Matt Skura here. He's one of the better pass blocking centers in the league, and just like Ben and just like Billy Price, all three of these guys have had good 2020 seasons and had great preseasons and training camps in this offseason. So I'm very happy with the signing. Honestly, our offensive line depth now is really, really strong. We got 3 guys that can essentially play anywhere on the inside. Ben is more so just strictly a guard compared to Price, who could play guard and center, and then Skura, who plays mostly center, but he was playing guard earlier in his career. Like, we have 3 really good guys there on the inside. In the worst case scenario that Shane Lemieux isn't ready for week 1, I'm comfortable with using that depth to supplement him, or even, like, we've explored the idea a little bit of even having Ben being the starter ahead of Lemieux. That's how strong our depth is now. Comparing it to, like, literally last week, how weak it was, it's really amazing to see the turnaround. The Giants, Dave Gum, this front office, and the coaching staff and Joe Judge, the changes and the moves they've made to now give us a really strong depth at the O-line. Honestly, I just want a depth tackle now. I know we have Solar as a swing tackle. I wouldn't mind if we pick up another person, but I'm really, really happy with the way things are turning out for this offensive line. Things are looking up, honestly. That's just me, though. What do you guys think? Speaking of the offensive line, let's get to it. A little bit of a shuffle that was going on today. So speaking of Ben Bredesen, he was in practice today. He was participating. Billy Price was not. The speculation, and it's honestly a really good guess as to why Billy Price isn't practicing. It's going to take him like a week or so before he gets in. But Ben is because Ben has the vaccine and Billy does not. Now, I'm not here to discuss whether one should take it or one should not, but I am happy that Ben has it because he is the better of the 2 players. And once again, if Shane Lemieux isn't ready week 1, I could see him stepping in for a couple of weeks or however many weeks it's going to take, or I could even see him potentially taking that starting job. The fact that he's getting in right away, he's just getting practice, he's getting coached by our coaches, he's getting chemistry, especially with our guys, and I'm assuming he's going to be continuing practicing essentially all the way up until week 1, is something I'm very happy with. Now, Andrew Thomas was involved in the O-line shuffle today. He didn't really participate much. They had Nate Solar getting in there at left tackle, and Twitter for some reason really had a field day with this. And I'm just gonna go back and say Giants fans, I love y'all. Obviously, I'm a Giants fan as well. But man, can we overreact based off of one game? You guys know what I'm talking about. The Patriots game, the preseason game, where Andrew Thomas had the worst game of his career. It was in the preseason, but no, that was 100% the worst game of his career. And off of one bad game, people are like all of a sudden back on giving up to this guy. What happened to all the progress we saw during 2020, the latter half of the season, when we got a new offensive line coach? We're just gonna forget that? You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna forget he had the ankle? We're really about to forget all the context that goes into the situation. Obviously, people are comparing him to his fellow draftmates, the other 3 tackles that were drafted. But I literally did a whole video on this. Andrew was probably in the worst situation possible for a rookie starting left tackle. You know what I'm saying? Jedrick Wills, he was in a pretty good situation with the Browns. The Browns have one of the best O-lines in the league. And I'm pretty sure Jedrick plays right, not left tackle. Same for Tristan Wirfs. He was with the Bucks. The Bucks have one of the best O-lines and coaching staffs in the league. I mean, you know, they end up winning the Super Bowl, and he plays right tackle, not left. If there's one tackle I think it's very fair to compare him to, it will be Mekhi Becton, because they both actually play the role of the blindside protector. And even Becton had his issues with injuries. Now, Becton, when healthy, was absolutely amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's where his size and just sheer natural talent and ability comes in. But there are really fans already calling Andrew Thomas a bust after just 1 year, which is ridiculously stupid to me. You know, they're calling him a bust because of that. Because of this one bad game, they're throwing out all the progress he made in 2020. You know what I'm saying? I even saw one fan on Twitter, I got into a little argument with him that said, we need to stop this narrative that he improved during the latter half. I'm like, that's just false. You weren't watching the same games that I was watching if you could really sit there with a straight face and say Andrew Thomas didn't make any improvement in the second half of the season, because our entire offensive line made improvements once we got a better offensive line coach. But all that was for nothing. You know what I'm saying? People were freaking out because they were like, oh no, Thomas is a bust. We got Nate Solder out here practicing at left tackle, when really all it was, shout out to Tom Rock of Newsday, because he was the only beat reporter that I saw tweeted this. He was like, it was kind of a rest day for Andrew Thomas. It was a load management day for Andrew Thomas. They literally just gave the man a break. That's all they did. They've been giving Matt Peart rests and stuff like that with Nate Solder, and nobody's out here calling Matt Peart a bust. They're just like, all right, they're getting Solder, you know, they're getting Solder's feet wet. He hasn't played football in like 600 days. They're doing the same thing here, because right now he's our only backup tackle, so it makes sense for the guy to go over there and practice on both sides of the tackle, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. People were really getting, you know, their feelings in a bunch today over this Andrew Thomas thing, and I'm just going to continue to preach and say, wait for it. He's going to be fine. That was a terrible game. It's all on him. Yes, I'm not excusing him, but that was by far the worst performance we saw from him, and some of those mistakes are extremely fixable. And some of those mistakes he's never made before. He's going to be fine come week 1. He's going to be, you know, with a better line than he was last year for sure, I'd say. With a better coach and with chemistry and with a whole offseason. You know what I'm saying? With a healthy ankle. Like, let's give it time before we go and call rookies a bust. And we already know some Giants fans are already doing that with Kadarius, despite him not even hitting the field yet. You know, him being injured and stuff like that. Speaking of an injured player, it's time for me to segue into Saquon Barkley. He hit the field today, and today I think was the first day all off-season long that he actually got hit on the field. He was back basically practicing in full pads, and you know, we got a tweet out from Jeremy Fowler that kind of went a little bit viral that says there's a strong chance he's going to play week 1. I think we all know he's going to play week 1. I think most of us knows that Saquon is close to fully healthy or fully healthy. The only thing is that we don't know how much, you know, how many snaps he's going to play, how many touches he's going to get. That's what it comes down to. But, you know, we're now seeing more and more. It's confirmed. It's getting closer to actually being confirmed. He's going to be there for week 1. He wasn't the only player injured that was back in practice today in full pads. I mentioned earlier, Kadarius Toney was back, Kyle Rudolph was back, and Kenny Golladay was back. And to be completely honest with y'all, 3 out of 4 of those guys I fully expect to play week 1. The only person I'm not sure about is Kadarius, just because he's been out a little bit longer than the rest. We'll see how it goes, though. But that's about it for today, guys. Let me know what you all think. What do you think about us signing Matt Skura? I think that's truly an underrated, absolute steal of a pickup by the Giants. This guy has started every single year in his career. He's been a starting center. He's been great at what he does, quite frankly, and we have him on the practice squad. I'm going to be honest, we're going to demote somebody to the practice squad and bring this guy up. I'm going to be surprised if we keep him on the practice squad, but I really, really like that signing. I think it's super underrated. Of course, we had the O-line shuffle today, and then some more news on our injured players. Put your thoughts and comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.